What up, my good people in the YouTube world? You already know what it is. This is your boy B, and I'm right back at you cats with another video. You guys already know what it is. This is one of my favorite times of the day. I've been gone away from you guys, man, because we've been off from work. You feel me? So I haven't been able to make this walk like I normally do. But we back in the mix. This is going to be another short mix because, as you guys know, New Year's is approaching, my people. And the last time I was on here was Christmas Eve. And it was a great show. I definitely got to talking about some things, let you guys know a little bit about my personality. A couple of people was on. My boy Breeze Omega was on. He's straight from the same area that I'm from, which is Hempstead. He grew up in Parkside. I kind of grew up on Parkside too, but I would call myself a Heights representative. My boy Big Mount was on here representing with me. Shout out to both of those guys. I also want to give a shout out to One Two Kid. I finally remember exactly where he is from. He came on the show about maybe last week, and I remember this guy, man. I remember him because during COVID, he was really holding me down. And what I mean by that, he was releasing videos on alcohol abuse. And I kind of fell in love with his story, man. So I suggest all you guys go over there who struggle with uh, any type of addiction or anything, just in general, man, just to see interesting person, man, because I watched him grow as a person, man, from going back into doing the things that he was doing to actually doing better. And the last time I checked his videos, he was looking real good, man. You know what I mean? And he definitely speaks to me. So shout out to that brother over there for checking in. Another good person. Uh, that's what's up. So y'all know how I do, man. I got to keep the integrity of the show. And when you guys come in, man, hit that like button. Also subscribe if you are into this type of content. So we keep the integrity of the show going. That is that 10% that I've been telling you about. So we talk about health, we talk about the career, and then last but not least, we speak about personal growth. So diabetes. How did it go over this Christmas weekend? It went all right, man. Shout out to the people in the check-in. We got my man, La Family, La Familia Morales. La Familia Morales. What up, my people? Shout out. Thank you for coming in, checking in. So we talk about that 10%. First, we're going to speak about the diabetes. How did I manage my diabetes and drinking? The diabetes went well this week, man. It definitely went well. I kept it under control. I had a lot to eat, y'all. A whole lot to eat. Things that I shouldn't have been eating, man. I was eating all types of cakes. I was eating fried food that I shouldn't have been eating, greasy food, just a whole bunch of stuff. But I did give myself shots with all of that. So, my goals of gaining weight. I told you guys about 2 weeks ago, I was about 143 with my clothes off. Now I moved up to about 146, 147. Good weight with my clothes on. And when my clothes off. When my clothes on, we're about 152. Around there, my people. And it's looking good, man. I'm definitely feeling good about that. On the drinking front, listen, I'm still struggling with it, my people. Still struggling with it. I do listen. I say moderation, man. Definitely moderation. I'm not gonna say, it's hard to just cut it off cold turkey. You feel me? But no hard liquor, man. I was not drinking any hard liquor. Shout out to the people in the check-in. Morales said, "What up?" Then my boy Eric Zaniga said, "What up?" Y'all already know what it is. Thank you for checking in. Yes, sir. So with the drinking, man, y'all know that the drinking messes with me, man. It raises my blood sugar. It also makes me not eat. But I did kind of find a little treat for it, man. Wine and also that malt liquor stuff that you get, like the fireballs from the corner store. That stuff does not really mess with my stomach, and it still enables me to drink. So I've been, you know, taking it easy with that stuff. Uh, I don't really get drunk or intoxicated. It just really relaxes me and let me sleep, man. You know. So we've been doing that, and again, the sugar's been good. I've been gaining weight, and that's great. So now we move to work, and as you cats know, that has been one of my stressors over the past 3 weeks. Work, but dig it, man. I told myself I'm just going to relax, man. I am just going to relax. I've been getting into arguments with people, and taking a step back, I peeped that these are not my arguments, man. These are really not my arguments. These are not my discussions. I looked at it, and we tend to make our own reality. So I realized, man, just stepping back, that I've been defensive, man. Very, very, very defensive. And I think I've been defensive because when I first got my position that I have now, so many people had so much stuff to say about me, man. Like I didn't deserve what I got. And it's because, a lot of people don't really pay attention. They don't really know what I was doing. And, looking from their side, they looked at it like, yo, this kid B went from an analyst to a director. You understand what I'm saying? And they like, yo, that never happens. So they thought it was a little inside cooking because it definitely didn't follow the career path that everyone else took. However, I tell people like this, my people, this how I always stay positive, and this how I tell people. Look, in life, yo, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, chances are you're functioning and doing more responsibility than what you're getting paid for. You feel me? So while I was an analyst, I'm doing superintendent work. I'm doing director work already. So it just took the universe time to catch up to it. And even now, as a director, I'm already doing officer work. You feel me? So 45, I got 10 years. If I want to retire, that's 55. Um, Listen, just great, great, great things. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm doing officer work. I know by the time I'm the officer, I'm gonna be doing VP work. You understand what I'm saying? And honestly, yo, that's really, truly in the grasp. I could possibly become the VP if I play my cards right. Cause I got 10 more years, son. You understand what I'm saying? And even if I don't even want to take that route, I could get into corporate. You feel me? And if I get into corporate, that's amazing. You feel me? That's amazing. Somebody said hello from Sweden. What up, my people in Sweden? Say what's up, man. I've never been to Sweden before, but I like to look at those tours, those video tours, and they're epic. So I'm looking at Sweden, and they got like a 4K camera, and they walking in some of those towns out there in Sweden. And I'm like, oh my God, that looks so gorgeous and beautiful. And that's definitely a place I would love to go to, Sweden, you know. But I want to travel the world, my people. Definitely want to travel the world. So yeah, back to work. So I'm still gonna be putting in the work that I put in, but at the same time, I'm taking myself up out of it. I realize where I come from with a lot of my defensiveness, and it's from trying to prove people wrong. And listen, you can't live your life trying to prove anybody wrong, because you're always gonna be on the defensive. I just tell myself I do what I do. I know what I do. My people who I work with know what I do, and I don't gotta feel no type of way, man. Just step back. Just step back and just represent. Yes, sir. Somebody said, where are you going? I'm going to work, my people. Going to work. I take a little commute. I live in Long Island, New York, Freeport, to be exact, straight up from Freeport. But I work in New York City. I work in Queens. So the commute, if you don't drive, I do drive, but it's just easier for me to, take the train because the traffic out here in New York is kind of crazy. And then when I get off, I like to just take the train, relax, take a little nap, think, write, organize my day, put my thoughts in motion. And I do that on the train, my people. I do it on the train. And it tends to work for me. So I walk from my crib to the train station. Then we take the Long Island Railroad to Queens. And then from Queens, we take the subway and we at work, my people. So that's where I'm going. I'm headed to work. Yes, sir. So now we spoke about work. Oh, yeah, one more thing about work. I did finally finish that email, and I know the direction we going with it, man. I know the direction that we are going with it, and hopefully my people that I work with like it, and then we can send it off, and that would be something that we just handled and something that we got done, which is always a good thing. So now next we're gonna talk about personal growth and personal life, y'all. And Christmas just passed, y'all. Christmas just passed. And Christmas always brings up family to me. Because again, I told you cats I have a huge and large family. And with a huge and large family come a whole bunch of personalities, my people. A whole bunch of personalities. And yo, you gotta like personalities are crazy, man. Because that's what we're dealing with in this world. Is personalities. And all of my people, or most of my people, they got me colognes for Christmas because they know I am into colognes. I don't know if you cats know that, but I got a bunch of colognes, man. And today I'm rocking Epic Man by Ahmad. And Ahmad or Amwaj, however you say it, that's definitely one of my fragrance brands. What's some of y'all best fragrances out there, man? What brand do you guys like to sport? I like Ahmad. And Epic Man is a great little earthy scent, man. Like, I say this, man. I'm in the fragrance world, but I'm kind of out of the fragrance world because I don't get into like the notes and all of that other stuff. I do eventually want to learn that type of stuff, but I just haven't had the time to sit down with it and really pay attention to it. So I like this scent, though. I like this scent. It fits my personality, and that's what I suggest everybody do when it comes to getting fragrances. Somebody said, "Yo, kinda looks like you're in Ohio." He said Ohio. Nah, I ain't in Ohio. I get it in Ohio though. You feel me? What Cam say? Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Come on, son. I go to Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Come on, man. I get in Ohio. Nah, this New York, man. We had a snowstorm on the day after Christmas, the 26th. The 26th. Somebody said, "Can I see your fit? You want to see my fit?" I can't. I ain't gonna turn the camera around, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Just know I'm chilling. You feel me? I'm headed to work. Maybe I'll show y'all one day. But I wear ties. I wear dress pants. I wear a jacket. Smooth little brother, if you might say. If you say so yourself. You feel me? But we'll get into that one day. I'll show you cats my fits. You feel me? I'll definitely show you cats my fits one day. But yeah, fragrances. I'm definitely into fragrances. And I say, get a fragrance that fits your personality, man. Get a fragrance that definitely fits your personality. This Epic Man right now, it fits me. I call myself the outlier. I know for a fact that not too many people gonna be rocking Epic Man. It is something that is mysterious. Like you put it up in the air, and people gonna be like depends on where you spray it, but you put it in the air, people gonna be following you, and they're like, yo, what the hell is that? Like they not gonna be able to put their hands on it. And that's how I am, son. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna really be able to put your hands on my personality, son, because I got so many different personalities, I should say. you know but the main part of the video that we try and get into is this, man. you know uh I tell you cats, man, all the time, your mind is the biggest asset that you have. You feel me? And like your mind can't fit everything. So this weekend, I kind of found myself drifting, man, and I had to reel myself back in. I'm getting into these arguments about things that really don't even matter, yo. You feel me? I'm over here doing research on Slavic slavery, trying to compare it to American transatlantic slave trade. And I spent so much time looking at that nonsense. That's not really gonna get me anywhere, man. It ain't really gonna get me anywhere. And I think about why the hell does this type of stuff bother me so damn much? Hold on. Somebody said if someone comes up to you and says you want some candy, hop in. I'm a little bit too old to be getting kidnapped, man. You understand what I'm saying? Plus, I don't fit that demographic to be kidnapped. You understand? I'm a 45-year-old man. What a kidnapper want with me? They can't do too much with me. But we ain't too far. I do mention serial killers, but we're not too far from Rex Heuermann. And I think I mentioned this last week, man. Rex Heuermann was the Long Island serial killer. And what's interesting is that over there by Gilgo Beach, it's like a dump site, son, for serial killers and killers in general. They've been going up there to Gilgo Beach dropping bodies, man. And it's kind of crazy, you know? I think it was a chick from Jersey, right? A chick from Jersey, the first body that they was looking for over there. She was a streetwalker. And she went to like a cop party. It was like a party for cops. Then she escaped from these cats that these party people. She called the 911 on them, and it's crazy because she's running from them. Like they got videos of her going into like a driveway like this, and then a car passing by, and she's hiding from the car, and they didn't know if homie was if he was a police officer, the Long Island serial killer. But they recently found him, man. Recently found the Long Island serial killer. And they found another cat in Florida, son. This cat bounced to Florida. And I think he killed a lady and the kid. And they dropped one of the bodies over there in Hempstead State Lake Park, which is to where I used to live at, over there in Rockville Center. And then the other body they found in Gilgo Beach, too. So they trying to come up with like a story or the defense for Rex Heuermann, who was the Long Island serial killer. They coming up with a defense saying that all those bodies aren't his and that it's possible that he didn't do those killings. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And I'm sorry, I'm abandoning my whole original thing that I was gonna talk about, but this kind of more interesting, man. And this brings me to Adnan Syed. Y'all cats know about that? Can you say she was a fairy? Nah, I don't think she was a fairy, if that's what you call it. Nah, she was just a normal streetwalker. You understand what I'm saying? Spanish girl, normal street worker. You know. But it's crazy because Rex Heuermann was calling the family. He was on some craziness, son. Like, how you gonna kill basically our family? Uh, what's my man name? The Bay Area rapist from way back in the day who they just caught and he passed away. The Bay Area rapist who turned into what was his name? Ah man, the original Night Stalker. That's who he turned into. The original Night Stalker. But he was, you know, Syed case.